West Ham United fend off a late surge from Luton to prevent their fairy tale and get us back to the top of the Premier League. Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. Hope you are all well. Luton 1, West Ham United 2, full time at Kenilworth Road, and back to top of the league, Phil.
We are top of the league, so we are top of the league. It's brilliant for that. Just seeing it now on the TV.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
Yeah, Graham, it was never going to be pretty, was it? Let's be honest.
No, I don't think so. I think it panned out how I thought, although it took the gloss off it a bit at the end. I think we maybe have been a bit lucky in the end with that bloody handball. You know, I'd been fuming if it was against us, but I think if we'd have gone into that game like losing to Chelsea and Brighton, I think we'd have struggled, wouldn't we? But I think we went in with full of confidence, didn't we? And there was a bit of a swagger about us, wasn't there? But yeah, a bit annoyed by the ending of that. But other than that, it seemed quite easy until like the last 5 minutes, didn't it?
Yeah, I sort of agree with the with the sense that I think it took the sort of glint off of it at the end, and look, in terms of the handball, we'll get onto that straight away because of course that'll be a talking point people will talk about. Look, there must be something in the law that listen, the handball rule is all down to perception. It's all down to who's on VAR because another bloke would have given that. There's no crystal clear law about it. I personally think that Maguire one the other week was much worse than that. It's a similar sort of up there. Is that a natural position going for a header? I think that's down to perception. But
yeah, I suppose it is. You ain't got a clue though, have you? It's just a lottery, isn't it? It's just a complete lottery.
Yeah, for sure.
You just don't think, it might go your way, might go against you, which is a bit stupid, but
yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? But it went our way this time, thank God for that. Of course, well, we did score 3, but one narrowly offside, which was a little bit lazy from Antonio not to get back on side, which Emerson will be a bit peed off about because that's a lovely finish that would have properly put the game to bed then. But overall, in the first half, I thought we were pretty poor. I think both sides were pretty poor. And just a moment of brilliance from Lucas Paqueta. What a ball that is over, and that's some very, very poor goalkeeping from the Luton keeper. And we're 1-0 up. Brilliant ball from Paqueta, and I think we probably just about edged the first half and got what we deserved.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like you say, it wasn't the greatest, but I still quite enjoyed watching the first half. I mean, both keepers as a whole didn't really do too much in the game. It was great ball by Paqueta, good header by Bowen, and the keeper could have done a bit better on that one. But I thought, it was just really enjoyable to watch. Really, I think we was getting into it, and it was Paqueta as well. It seemed like he was just running the show. Everyone was staying on the TV, you know, how well he was playing. So it was good, and it was weird seeing us having most of the possession as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, we had to adapt the way we played, Graham, because otherwise it would have been the two similar styles coming head on against each other, and that would have just never worked. So we had to change things today, and we conceded in the fact by having more possession, which Moyes doesn't like, and almost at one point Luton were West Ham, and we managed in the end to grind it out and to be a little bit outside our comfort zone, which we won't have to do many times this season because not many teams will play that way. But I think it was so important that we grinded out that result, and we did.
I mean, I think that I thought we would do that because I think we did that against Bournemouth, didn't we? We didn't surrender possession against them, did we? I mean, we happily did it against Chelsea and Brighton, but Bournemouth, I think we dominated quite a big chunk of that possession as well, didn't we? Certainly until we scored. So I thought we would do that. I think it was just about being. I thought we needed to move the ball a bit quicker, but there was just no room at all, was there? There was just no space whatsoever. You know, like Ben Rama just had no room to get behind them at all, did he, in the first half? But I mean, I thought we did pretty well actually. We kept the ball from them, didn't we? You know, but keeping the ball, it just stops them hurting you, doesn't it? And I thought that's what we did quite well in the first half. You know.
Yeah, and I think overall the sort of the sort of way we played and the way we went about it did nullify any threat because Luton, listen, they weren't great, were they at all? They were really poor, and I think that I think even 2-1 probably flatters them to an extent, Phil, because I thought they were really, really poor.
Yeah, no, they weren't the greatest. I thought obviously they wanted to, make an effort, for the fans as well, because they were really loud, which was good for their behalf. But we were just a better team as a whole, really. But let them sort of bed into the season, you'll see them get a little bit better. But I think we had their number basically.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think so. And to get that second goal, which what we assumed was to finish it off, as well, was good. Zuma to get a goal, and I mean we're going to score a lot of goals from set pieces actually this year. That's a given. And with both goals, there was a sort of funny, roundabout with it. The Luton fans were singing a not so very nice chant about Jarrett Bowen, and then he scores, and then there's a set of fans booing Kurt Zuma in 2023 about something he did in 2021, and then he definitely gave it back to them. He definitely gave it back to them at the end, and a little bit of squeaky bum time at the end. But overall, Graham, I think it was deserved.
Yeah, definitely. It was massively flattering. I thought. I didn't think they caused us any problems at all, right until that. I think such a soft goal they scored at the end as well, didn't it? Everyone sort of stood there and watched them do it, didn't they? You know. Oh yeah, it's taken a bit of a gloss off for me, but it seemed so one-sided. We just looked. I thought we were just like it's a stroll, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We looked, a different league above them, and I think I was the same. I thought they'd put in a bit more. They'd be in your face continuously, because first game it was like a massive thing, and they'd have that edge because although I thought we would match them because we had the confidence of being top of the league or whatever we were. We had such a good start. We were obviously going to go in quite confident ourselves, weren't we?
Yeah, well, and I think the West Ham fans summed it up pretty well. You'd thought that was their big day out today. You thought that was their sort of really get up and go moment. And apart from right at the start, I didn't think their fans were particularly loud, to be honest with you. And they just sort of petered out, and their lack of quality really shone through, which I didn't think would happen. I thought today of all days they'd be up for a first home game, all the rest of it. Phil, it was set up for the upset, if you can call a league game an upset. But in the end, we've managed to get over the line, and I think that win will go under the radar because of the magnitude. We had exactly the same situation against Forest last year, and we lost it 1-0. And this year we've won it 2-1. So it's just taking the positive steps.
It is. I mean, it just shows how far we've come since last year, really, with the players we brought in. Even ones from last year, they've bedded in now. So we're a much better team as a whole. And I think what you said about where we thought, Luton were going to cause more of an upset, first home game, all the fans as a 12th man, as I said in the build-up show. It's just that perception that we have of an old team, small team who's not been in the top division for a very long time, small ground. We sort of saw a bit of it at the start of it, but it's always going to peter out, and our quality just showed all over. Yeah,
no, I agree. I agree. Let's take some of your comments very quickly. Let's see what you guys are saying. 6 out of 10 performance, but 3 points. Moyes got out of jail. That we are top of the league, so we're top of the league. Certainly knew we wouldn't keep a clean sheet. To be fair, I was quite relaxed. Sat back in the chair when we scored the second goal, and then also, oh Christ, they scored 4 minutes to go. Like, oh my days, this is not going. This is not going well. Moyes could have cost us that game. Listen, I don't know what else he could have particularly done, to be honest. But bringing Danny Ings on is just well, it's not admitting defeat because we were winning, but it's just
it's just after Antonio, won't we? He's gonna have to play 50 games this year, isn't he? So
true. Yeah, but Danny Ings isn't going to do anything, so yeah, taking him off probably made sense, but we all know the lack of impact Danny Ings is going to have. But apart from that, I mean, there isn't too much else on that bench to bring on in that situation, I don't think, to be honest with you. So it is what it is. We knew it was going to be ugly. We knew it was going to be hideous, and we've got 3 points, and we'll just file it and forget about it now. And happy days. We're now back to top of the league. 7 points in 3 away games. I wonder how long that took us to get 7 points from 3 away games last year. Our away form was dreadful last year, and we started off very, very well. Fair play to Luton for giving it a go. They looked championship. it looked like a cup game. It looked like an FA Cup third round game, and they are going to massively struggle, and there's no doubt about it. It looks like Kudus, maybe Paqueta's replaced. Well, Paqueta's survived through this transfer window, which we didn't think would happen a solid 1.5, 2 weeks ago. So, we are, what are we, 44 minutes away from the deadline shut, and Paqueta will be a West Ham player. James says, yet again, the Moisaro shone upon us, loyal disciples. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Curtis says, we were a bit sloppy and nearly blew it. I agree. Max says, I reckon Bournemouth was West Ham's easiest game so far until Luton. The amount of times West Ham hit the woodwork against Bruton against Bournemouth was unbelievable. I think we were relatively unlucky at some points as well. A couple of one-on-ones that we didn't quite get in. Of course, the goal that was disallowed very marginally for offside as well. So, if Antonio would have stepped back one step, then that's onside, and we've scored another one there. So, it's a game of fine margins. And listen, I think it's a hard fought, win that we can forget about now. And we're going into the international break, Phil, hopefully sitting top of the league. Who knows?
That'd be brilliant if we can keep hold of that for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
we won't, but it's a nice dream anyway. At least we can wake up tomorrow morning.
Top of the table clash.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Very much so. So, yeah, it was nice thing, all the West Ham fans singing it, we're top of the league and all that. It's, just enjoy it. We know it's an ironic thing really because we know we ain't going to stay up there, but yeah, it's nice. And despite whatever we think of the performance, I didn't mind it. We got the win. That's the main thing. So we got a nice gap in front of everybody else.
Yeah. People that don't watch football on paper are looking at the 16th of September. Both clubs, champions Europe, have won a Champions, trophy in Europe. Could be possibly first and second in the league. That's going to set out to be what's a sensational game, one of the best games of the season. Surely West Ham versus Man City. It's going to be. Sky are regretting keeping it at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. They're thinking it's going to be first versus second, and we've got it on Saturday 3 o'clock. They've had an absolute mare. Who's top of the league? We are top of the league, and overall we've just got to carry on that momentum. And I think that was the key thing about it, Graham, that we haven't. West Ham would have conceded in those last 4 minutes, 2-2. A fan base is all dreary going into the international break, but no, we're positive. We've won the game, and we're now all smiles going through this weekend and through a week international break as well. Yeah,
definitely. There's a bit of know-how about the team now, aren't they? They're not that naive, are they? We used to have that naivety, didn't we, where you'd always expect us to cock it up at and it did seem a bit like a third round game, didn't it? Tonight.
Yeah.
You could all just thinking of Ian Dowie heading in his own net and that sort of stuff, And but we're not like that anymore, are we? We do have we got intelligent players now, haven't we?
Yeah.
And proper match winners. And I think it was important to keep Paqueta because you sort of more and more he's almost trying to take over like the Declan Rice. He's everywhere, isn't he? He's like he'll run back and almost to say this is how you defend. I'll tell you that for you. And it's exactly what Rice used to do. You lot can't sort it out, but this is how to do it. The only thing is I worry about he's just going to get a yellow card a game if he's not careful,
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
He climbs over the back of players, doesn't he? I don't know how he got through that without a yellow card today. But...
Well, Emerson's already got 3 this season.
Yeah. I reckon they've mistaken him for Paqueta a few times and just give Emerson my mistake or something.
Yeah. They are jointing at the hip a lot, I noticed. They do link up a lot.
One falls down, because when Paqueta got fouled, Emerson gave him a kick, didn't he?
Yeah, I saw that.
Max says West Ham being top of the league before the international break must be a great feeling for Yarmouth. It is.
It is.
And I think, it's unprecedented times. Of course, a team will no doubt go above us tomorrow. But, who knows? We might come the end of Sunday or Monday, whenever the last game is, still be top of the league. I am just going to have a little look at the table just to boost my ego a bit more and see. So we are level on goal difference with Man City, but we've got a point more than them. So hopefully a nice draw with Fulham tomorrow will keep them there. That would be good. So Spurs are on 7 points. So if they win, they go above us. But Burnley are going to do a job on them. Liverpool have got Villa, so they're going to beat them 1-0 and stay below below us on goal difference. Arsenal have got United. United will beat them hopefully, and we stay top of the league. Little things. But yeah, very good. Right, some final thoughts, Graham, to you first.
Yeah, it was important today. I think we capitalised on a great start. That would have been easy just to lose that game, and then we've all been back down to like ground level again with our expectations. But we sort of, it was a chance to really kick on today, wasn't it? And we've taken the opportunity. So go us. Well done, Moyes and the team.
Exactly. Phil, finish it off.
Yeah, everyone can give themselves a good pat on the back. I think it was a decent performance anyway. We got stuck in, tried to look menacing, and I think a lot of players stepped up, which is good. So it's not often you get I thought there was 3 men of the matches for me, and I thought Zoom was rightly so who got it. So yeah, keep it up, and we can do a Leicester.
Could you imagine that? Do you know, I'm really, really chuffed for Zuma because Moyes said he would name his official club captain after the transfer windows ended. I don't know why he just doesn't come out and say it's going to be Zuma tonight. He scored today. He was absolutely superb in his position. And the players are all smiles again. I don't think the captain's role was the right role for Declan Rice, and I think just his attitude on the pitch probably reflected on the rest of the team last year, shoving his hands up in the air and all that. Looking back with the benefit of hindsight now, you look at Zuma and you can see all the behind the scenes videos. He's nice and chilled out, he's cool, and he loves it, and I think he's probably the perfect captain to take us forward. I mean, we're unbeaten with him as club captain in the Premier League, so you can't grumble. You cannot grumble. Exactly. We're going to go and do the Invincibles. We'll do it. We'll do it. It's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, thank you very much indeed, everybody, for watching. We have won another game. We are still unbeaten in the Premier League. I tell you what, if you'd have said to me before the season started, what are we now, 4 games in, we'd have been unbeaten, I'd be like, you what? Brighton would have beat us, no doubt. Luton would have beat us, no doubt. But no, we've somehow managed to stay unbeaten, and yeah, absolutely loving life. Top of the league until City play tomorrow, but we won't worry about that. From us, come on, you Irons. Thank you, Graham. Thank you, Phil, for joining me, and we will see you soon right here on West Ham Unofficial. Thank you very much, guys. Bye bye.
See you, everyone.